right, welcome back everybody for day 2 of JAM 2024. Good to see everybody. We had a little bit of fun with that video. Thank you, Annabella, for putting that together. We have quite a bit of fun coming up with different ideas and topics. If this is your first JAM, I hope you're in for a good show. We've got a pretty exciting agenda scheduled for you today. For those of you, how many were participating online yesterday? Can I just see a quick show of hands? Good, everyone. That's what I wanted to see. That was the correct answer. Anyone who didn't put your hand up, you were going to be ushered out. We have over 350 people registered both online and in person for these 2 days, and it's been wonderful to see the level of engagement online. Every session yesterday had 150 to 200 people online at any given time. The questions were hopping, the comments were on point, the photos were excellent. If you've been taking a look through the different community sections, it's been really fun getting to know everybody and see what is going on. We're going to get right into it in just a second. I do want to first and foremost acknowledge yesterday's BCCAT Transfer Award winners, Priscilla Stone from Vancouver Community College and Emily Gazala from UNBC. Well-deserved recognition, and I would like to just give a quick round of applause for our award winners. I'd also like to start with a land acknowledgement. We are coming to you today from the unceded territories of the Coast Salish, Musqueam, and Squamish people, and we thank them for their hospitality in allowing us to be here today to gather in this room. We were going to have John Chenoweth from Nicola Valley Institute of Technology come to give us the welcome. However, John had a personal matter that he had to attend to, so he has sent in a pinch hitter, which I'm very pleased to have here today. So I'd like to welcome at this point James Beck, AVP student at Nicola Valley Institute of Technology, who's going to come to give us a welcome on behalf of his nation.
What are you, 6'3", 6'4"? All right. Thanks, folks. Happy to be here yet, right, for Dr. John Chenoweth. So, Hutsqual folks, James Beck, Snohomish Chen. Greetings, I'm James Beck. I'm from the Squamish Nation. I've been working in Indigenous education for maybe 15 years now, anywhere from an academic planner to an instructor, a dean, associate vice president of students. It's been a great journey, right, folks? And I was going to talk about kind of the relations that we all have, right? So that's the idea within our culture. We talk about relationality, all our relations, and it's funny how BCAT kind of ensures that we're all connected. I don't know how many folks have been using BCAT. I've been using it almost my entire career. And it just connects us, each and every one of us, not only our students, our knowledges, the transfer of it, the journeys, but it connects us all. When I think about our land and when I welcome us to it, for me, this land specifically, I think about the trees, I think about the mountains, I think about the rivers, I think about the rain. I always feel like I belong in the rain. You know, if we go anywhere else, it snows. I'm like, I belong in the rain, 100%. Some people belong in the sun. But the rain's important to me, right? The rain's so important to me that when it rains, the rivers swell. It gives the opportunity for the fish to go up. Really important to my people, specifically on Capilano River, where I live, and we call it Hamalchosin. I wanted to think about when you folks come here, just take a moment to appreciate what we see here. I mean, we were kind of in a concrete jungle around here, but I do see some trees out there. So when you do pass through the areas, if you're from out of town, just take a moment to think of what it means to you, what you like about it. Even if you don't like the rainy weather, that's okay. Remember, with that rain, provides a lot of good stuff for us. So I just want to talk a little bit before I welcome everybody to Squamish, Tsleil-Waututh, and Musqueam territory. Another way how I believe we're all interconnected, and I do believe we're modernizing BCAT and stuff like that. So even though we do rely heavily on technology, I just wanted to provide a quote here from Dwayne Donald. First and foremost, we acknowledge the sun is the life giver. We acknowledge that our bodies are comprised of sunlight-inspired energy that inhabits the air, water, minerals, plants, and animals that we consume. We acknowledge, too, that despite any current and future technological advances in how we live our lives, we will remain fully dependent on this sacred ecology to keep us alive. Whoever we are and wherever we may live, there is no way around this simple truth. So I wanted us to think about that and the idea how we all are interconnected, even within that one, what I would call a universal truth, maybe the only one. But on behalf of, NVIT and the Squamish Nation, please welcome to the territory, and I'm really excited to see what this next day has, and of course, we all want to hear more of Mike's radio voice.
Thank you, James. Appreciate the pinch hitting in this situation, and that was a wonderful welcome. Thank you. At this time, I would like to welcome up BCCAT's Council Co-Chair, Angus Graham, who's going to give us a few comments and welcome on behalf of Council.
Thanks, Mike. I'm not the grizzled veteran today, hey? Can people get that from yesterday? I feel a little grizzled, though, this morning because we had a great time at that award ceremony, and again, I wanted to add my congratulations to Priscilla and Emily for their work in the system. We had a great time, and looking forward to next year. And thanks, James, for those comments. You know, when I woke up this morning, and that welcome, I woke up this morning, some of you may have heard the interview on the local CBC with Gloria Makarenko, I think. We get a different CBC up in the interior. I'm from the West Kootenay, by the way, so I'm a snow person. And she was interviewing Phyllis Webstad, the founder of Orange Shirt Day, and about the late Senator and Justice Sinclair. And they both referred to that quote, education is what got us into this, and that famous quote from Murray Sinclair and the TRC about education getting us into this and education getting us out of this, and the role of truth before reconciliation. And just thinking about what James was saying about our place, noticing the place. And we were remarking last night about our gratitude to ancestors as well, about this place and the places that everybody is tuning in from remotely, and how important it is to also be grateful to the ancestors, because conversations exactly like this one today that honors our learners, people embarking on learning journeys, and how we guide them and help them on those journeys as practitioners in the field of learning. Those conversations have been happening since time immemorial on these lands. And I'm just very grateful, and I'm sure most of you, if not all of you, are just grateful to be able to have this time together on a Friday to acknowledge and be welcomed onto these lands. So thank you, James. And thanks everybody for attending. I think we have 150 plus here today in person. And then we've got another, I think the grand total is 350 plus. So we've got a whole bunch of folks tuning in. So good morning to you as well, and welcome. And thank you for attending. These are just so important times to gather. Gatherings are so important to remain and connect and keep those connections alive. And if there was ever a time in the history of education in Canada, but also in what we call British Columbia now, it's today. And so it's really important that we listen to the speakers today and take that guidance back to our home institutions. Yesterday, I got a whole quick education on SAM. I don't know if I got my accreditation because I don't think I passed the quiz at the end. And on TCS. So I'm an acronym challenged person. I don't know if anybody else is. They just don't sit in my, but SAM, I can definitely remember. I enjoyed that session. We got a refresher on articulation committees. We heard about some of the current trends in ABE and some of the research on that and how students are using their ABE experience to transfer and their mobility. We learned about simultaneous enrollment, and I think for the physicists in the crowd, I'm thinking, is that like quantum physics kind of stuff? Like it's enrollment in different, no, it's not. So it's not like enrollment in different places all at the same time? Okay, so that's not what quantum physics is. All right, thanks for that. We heard about the uses of letters of permission and whether they were a barrier or an enabler to students' progress. And then we got a bit of a demo on the TCS Pathways project, which is really exciting. I've been out of the system now for a couple of years. I was at Selkirk College for 30 and retired a couple of years ago. And just thinking of some of the tools now available for the practitioners and for students are just going to be game-changing. And then many of us attended the 2024 JAM reception last night, as we mentioned, and it was just a lovely event to have conversations and fellowship with fellow practitioners. This morning when I came in, we had stickers on the table. Apparently they're scratch and sniff stickers, but the one I kept was, I scratched the one of a cassette tape, and it didn't smell of anything. Which is surprising because all the ones that I still have at home, they sort of smell of late night parties and Toyota cars. I don't know. It would be. I can't play them anymore. I don't know where they go. They don't have any place to go. But I got the sticker anyway. I'm going to take it home. So thank you for that. But similarly today, we will be participating in a lot of good discussions on a variety of relevant and current topics and initiatives related to the transfer system in BC. That's what this is all about. For the first time jammers, welcome. To those coming from remote areas, welcome to the conference today. And for those who are coming in because they couldn't attend. I had the third category, but I can't remember what that is. I write like a doctor. So a special welcome to those of you as well who are having to travel at the end of the day. So safely home, and please join us today at lunch. At lunch, we're going to have a cake to celebrate the 35th anniversary of BCCAT. 35 years ago, and also the 10th anniversary of the awards. So Rob's going to cut the cake because I may not be able to. I'm going to be apparently being interviewed over the, I don't know, photo booth or something, and so it'll be Rob cutting the cake. But that's kind of an amazing feat, isn't it? 35 years. When I joined the system in 1992, BCCAT was already 3 years old, and I was a newlywed in 1989. So thank you, everyone. Welcome. Have a great day, and we'll see you around. Thanks, Mike.
All right, thank you, Angus. So we are going to do a quick warm-up, excuse me for that, and then we are going to get right into our opening session. Now, we put a lot of effort into trying to make sure that whether you are here in person or whether you are joining us online, that you have the same level of experience and engagement, regardless of where you're at. And so we've tried to make sure that whatever is going to be offered here in person will be offered online as well. You guys were all at JAM yesterday online, so you guys all killed it. We are going to make a few changes. I'm just going to see if this works. I'm going to ask the guys in the back to advance the slide. There we go. Obviously, if you are online, you've already succeeded and passed the first challenge because you are seeing this. And if you didn't pass that challenge, well, you're not seeing this, so you won't be hearing what I'm saying anyway. But if you are here in the room, there is value to still logging in online. In fact, I've got the iPad going right now. It's always a bit bizarre because it's about 5 or 6 seconds behind, so I can see, anything that I do right in front of me. But you can engage with the people online, and I would encourage you to take a look at the chat. There's already a number of comments about your wonderful welcome there, James, and somebody's asking about the author of the quote, so I'm going to try to get the name of that for you so we can put it into the chat as well. But the more you engage, the more we can engage, and the more it makes everybody feel like we are in the room. This is the agenda for day 2. All sessions are live, obviously, so who knows what could go wrong. Anything can happen. It will be recorded for posterity. It will be uploaded to YouTube with minimal editing unless there's a really big need to do some editing. All the questions from online. For those that are presenting, we have these comfort monitors. I hope they will provide comfort for you, so you'll be able to see your content right here up in front. We have microphones situated around the room. There's 3 of them. We also have a runner with who can bring a microphone to you. I would ask that you keep your questions until the end because that just helps with flow, and also because of the size of the room and the number of people here, it can take a little bit of time for people to get up to the microphones. So we'll try to keep the questions to the end. If you're online and you want to use closed captioning, you can turn it on within your browser. Chrome offers that as a feature, so does Edge. And so there are instructions for how to do that in Whova, and Annabella can also have that. If you have any tech difficulties, please put it into the chat. Annabella Chun is standing by, and she'll be able to help you out. Oh, how do I go backwards on this thing? There we go. So, the video gallery, sometimes we get asked about, well, when will the sessions be available? They'll be put up in the Whova app next week. We'll send out an announcement to everybody. We can't put them up immediately after the session, but they will be made available. So if you want to relive the glory, or if you want to pass it on to your colleagues, you'll be able to do that. We also have a number of other resources available within the Whova app on the community section. So if you haven't checked that out, I'd encourage you to take a look. This is going to be the most important slide that I probably put up today. That is the Wi-Fi. Take a picture. We will continuously put that into various slides. Last year we didn't actually have it in a slide, so we had to put it on a business card and have the camera like angle itself into it. Yeah, take a picture, write it down, and then you will be able to connect with your colleagues. Just as a reminder, we do have the Celebrate Good Times photo contest. As Angus mentioned, this is our 35th anniversary here at BCCAT. We've been around since 1989, so we have been celebrating with some 80s nostalgia. You've got some scratch and sniff stickers on your table. My favorite is the licorice. I've changed my mind. I used to like the pickle one, but now I like the licorice one is my favorite. That's my Scandinavian heritage that is seeping through there. I find that black licorice is the most polarizing of the candies. Some people love it like I do, and other people feel like it tastes like gasoline, and those people are wrong. But that's the way it is for me. That's a picture of me in beautiful downtown Milwaukee next to the bronze fawns. Hey! Yeah, they have a bronze statue of Henry Winkler in downtown Milwaukee. I dragged my son to go take a picture there, you know, and as you can imagine, what an 18-year-old trying to react to what exactly is the fawns and why is this guy cool? And apparently it's life-size, so I didn't know this, but Henry Winkler, I think, is about 5'6". And that's a picture of me in Milwaukee. I am not eligible to win the photo prize, unfortunately, but you are. So if you want to put in your photos, 2 o'clock is the deadline. Many of you have been throwing in the photos. I enjoyed going through them last night and again this morning. Lots of fun stuff in there, and I really love to see people showing some of the different aspects of their lives. We also have the Back to the Future trivia quiz, and I am going to have to take this up with some of our people because I only got 14 out of 20. And I think I actually got most of the BCCAT questions wrong, which is a little embarrassing. It's a mixture of pop culture questions as well as questions about BCCAT. And I will give you a hint. There is a history corner. You might have seen it when you walked in by the registration table. There are hints in there about some of the answers to the questions. If you are online, there is also a history corner section in the online community. And that's where you can find some answers. Again, deadline is 2 p.m., and we will announce the winners at the end. All right, as always, health and safety is first and foremost. JAM remains a mask-friendly event, so please be respectful of each other and your spaces. We want you to engage, but we want you to engage at the level that you feel comfortable. Nobody's forcing you or twisting your arm, because basically we're here to learn, we're here to engage with each other. If you have any questions, just please feel free to grab a BCCAT member. I think we've got blue lanyards, and we'll do our best to accommodate you. All right. We're going to now do a warm-up. How many people were here at JAM last year? Okay, quite a few of you. Okay, so last year we did a couple of things to just say hello to everybody. And I have to say, Angus did something last year that Well, it surprised me, and it also made me a little bit upset. And I'll explain what I mean by this. Angus came up here, and he was amazed by the size of the crowd. And he's like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go up here, and I'm going to take a selfie. And that made me a little upset, because I thought, man, of all the thinking that I put into engaging with the crowd, I didn't think of doing that. And so I was like, oh, Angus, you got it. But because this is every year jam, we try to add a little bit of something. We try to make it a little bit more jam-packed. We're going to take it up a notch. And so you will notice on your table, there are some towels that are in the center. And what I'd like everyone to do is to grab your towel. I will confess that twice today I have already used this as a napkin, so do not touch my towel. What we are going to do is we are going to say hello to the online audience by doing a towel wave. All right, so I have been to, people that know me know that I'm a big sports fan. I have been to many, many playoff games, so I am a towel waving veteran. So I would ask you to grab your towel. And what we're going to do is we are going to say hello to the online audience by waving our towels, and I am going to film it on my phone. Once I get things ready. I'm notoriously bad at this. I'm not the family photographer. And we're going to say hello. Now, I'll give you a couple of tips as a playoff veteran. Be mindful of your space, okay? This can be a weapon. And so, yeah, you know, I find holding it out a little bit in front of you so you don't whip the person in front of you. And then we're going to do the wave, okay? So I'm going to get the selfie going. Wait, where are we going? Okay, and we're going to go at the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, wave those towels. Woo! Hello, online audience. All right, look at that. Amazing, guys. Well done, well done. Good stuff. I sometimes find that the best ideas are always always just a little bit on the side of stupid, and I can't even remember who, when we were planning this, I can't remember who came up with the idea of the playoff towels, but I think it might have been Elle in the back, and initially we thought we were gonna do it. Yeah, Elle's full of great ideas. Yeah, I thought this would be fun, so thank you for doing that. Also, by the way, you can also use this if you have a question and you want somebody to bring a microphone to you. You can use this, honestly, to flag. But like I said, they are remarkably similar to the napkins, so do watch out for that, not to get them too dirty. Thank you for that. For everybody that's online, hey, say hello to us. I hope that worked out for you. We want to know where you are, where you're from, and then we want to take it from there. So thank you for that warm-up. Thank you for being part of JAM. And that's the hashtag if you're still posting on Elon Musk's social media company. You're welcome to post that, or on any social media of your choice. That's the hashtag. And we are now going to jump right into it.